The miracle belongs to you. Jesus said to his disciple, it'll be simple. Go fishing, and the first fish you catch, look in his mouth. Peter said, okay. He was used to strange things happening in this relationship. Peter goes fishing, catches the first fish, looks in his mouth. Guess what's in the fish's mouth? Coins. Peter says, wow, coins. Starts counting the value of these coins, and when he adds it up, guess how much it added up to? Exactly enough money to pay his taxes and Jesus' taxes. Which gives you Jesus' position on taxes. Okay. Now we call that what? A miracle. Only because we don't quite understand how it works. It doesn't mean it doesn't work. It simply means we don't quite understand how it works. But here's how you get a miracle going for your life. Number one, do what you can. Get a list of the stuff you could do and you haven't done, postpone, and start cleaning that up. You can't start at a better place for personal change. That'll affect your bank account, affect your future, affect your income, affect everything. You can't start a better life change process than cleaning up what you should be doing. The man says, well, my mother lives down in Florida. Should have written her 6 months ago. I just can't seem to get that letter written. I'm asking you to get that letter written, clean that up, and don't walk like other people walk. Don't postpone like other people postpone. You say, well, is it as simple as writing a letter? And the answer is yes. Where else would you start for life change, personal change? You don't need a pink package to fall out of the sky. You don't need massive bombard, pre-conscious, subconscious. Practice channeling, find a 2,000-year gold guru. I mean, you don't need any of that stuff. Pass on all that. Kids are afraid of that stuff. Too much of it. You'll be out on a limb with Shirley. I mean, don't pass on all that stuff. This stuff's too easy. This stuff's too simple. It's called take action, number one, on neglect, on errors in discipline. Number two, start setting up some disciplines. And if you'll do that, you'll perform a miracle. Now, here's the second part of the miracle. Number one is do what you can. Here's number two, do the best you can. If that's not your philosophy, I would ask you to amend it. Let me give you the best of ancient script. Here's what it says. Whatever your hands find to do, do it with all your might, do it with all your strength, and do it with all your power. What a good philosophy. That kind of philosophy revolutionized your life if you haven't picked it up lately. Guy slips in late, company doesn't seem to mind, slips out early, first one in the parking lot, heading for happy hour. Stretches his break, comes early for lunch, late back from lunch, company doesn't seem to notice. Guy says, best as I can calculate.
Yes, man. What is going on? What is going on, Gerald Peters? Always remember, whatever it is you think about comes about. Man, whatever it is you focus on, that is what grows. We're live on YouTube and Instagram. We're bisexual today. We're being greedy. I always kind of feel like bisexuals are greedy. I don't know. Let's see. I just put that on Telegram. If you're in the MFG Discord, I'll drop it in Discord. I put on here on YouTube, you must find ways to leverage your time, your talent, and your treasure. It's the only possibility. Do other people agree with me that bisexuals are greedy? I'm just saying, man, it just feels greedy. Let's see. All right, we put that on Instagram. Put it on the X, whatever the fuck it's called. If you're not on my Telegram group, feel free to get on. Let me put this up here on YouTube. Give me just a second and we'll get into this. Let's let Jim keep talking for just a second. We talk a little swing trading.
And I'm collecting a
little bit of leveraging.
Day's pay. And the guy says, I got it made. Little does he know the seeds of his own disaster are already being sown by the weakness of his own personal philosophy. It's not the economy that's going to determine your next 6 years. It's your philosophy about labor and about activity and about miracle and soil and seed and sunshine and rain and the economy and the banks and the money and the companies and the schools and what's going on. It's your philosophy, your attitude, and then your ability to take action.
All right, take action. Appreciate you, Joseph, for posting that in Discord, man. Let me take this down on Instagram, saying the same thing. Hey, did I say January? Goddamn. That shit ain't January. It's June. Goddamn. June 1st. Fucking January 1st. I probably should do it January 1st, though. It'd get me, it seems to be about how fast I work these days. Yeah, we're not even going to fucking post. I'm doing too much typing over here. There we go, man. Too much goddamn typing. So let's stop that. So let me see what this looks like. So, okay, sounds good. Awesome, man. You like my red shirt? I got some new watches the other day. A guy sent me some red ones, some black ones, and can't wear a red one with a red shirt. It looks kind of weird. What's up, Instagram? It's kind of late, man. You guys are up. It's Saturday night. So yeah, June, I don't know. I didn't put a cap on it, but I guess there probably will be a cap of some sort. It's in 2 weeks, right? That's June 1st. If you're good on trading, unless you just want to do it, it's cool. If you don't have my books, if you hit my bio link, I got a little special there, and I give you a free ticket to this thing. If you do have my books, then you can just grab a ticket. It's only $49. It'll be all day Saturday or until I get done talking and answering your questions. And we'll go through basically the basics. You guys can't see it here. I won't even pull it up, but some of the things that we will, let me see. I don't think it's going to show you. Matter of fact, let me see what YouTube shows when I do that. Let me see what you're seeing here. And Instagram, we're bisexual today. Let me see what you're seeing. Let me see what you're seeing here. You show me. Instagram, we're bisexual today. You got a little feedback. I got limited monitor, so you have to excuse me. No, so I mean, if you're a solid swing trader, I guess you're good. I mean, you could come in anyway. It's really designed for people that are beginners, or maybe you're still confused about it. And we're going to talk about what exactly is swing trading versus position trading. I don't like the way his hat fits. How much money do you need to realistically get started? I've been training a new person here, and they doing that is just brought up a lot of questions. I was like, man, I should do another seminar. I've done these before. We used to do them more often. I did them a lot in 2019, 2020. Am I still there? Hat looks clean. Yeah, I like it. Just it sits a little high. You're watching on YouTube and Instagram. So am I. That's what fucks me up when the sound is different. I'd take the earbud out. I usually use an earbud. So hopefully they can just hear me. Section 3, we're going to talk about charts. And I'm just going to take you. This is a stock chart. This is a bar. This is a candlestick. So we'll start super small. And we'll get into indicators, difference between oscillators. And you got to oscillate and you got to rotate, right? And we're going to get into that. Indicators are more about oscillating than they are rotating. Rotating is about understanding and being able to see the market rotations. We'll probably get into a little bit of that. How to bank profits will be section 5, and it's like, how do you take profits smart and at the same time let the trade run? When do you close a swing trade? If you're trying to swing trade, when do you close it? Which means we'll probably get into how to use indicators for that, how to use support and resistance, how to use, it's all about the rotation, just says. It is all about the rotation and the oscillation. If you guys haven't seen that video of me making fun of that guy talking about the rotation, he's like, all you got to do, take $1,000, turn it into 2,000, oscillate it, rotate it, turn it into 10, 10 into 100, a million, a billion. There you go. That's what he said. It's kind of funny. When to close a swing trade. So, I mean, there we're going to get into understanding the stage 3, the stage 4. Position size, that's a big one. And you can spend a little time on position sizing in relative to your account. What does it mean to position size? And also relative to the type of thing you're trading, which means we got to get into beta. Okay, we got to get into beta. And if you understand what beta is the movement of a stock compared to the S&P 500. Okay, so we'll get into that and what to trade, what you probably should trade. And as you know, I'm going to tell you, don't do fucking options right off the bat. You should wait. You should be trading at least 2 or 3 years before you do options. There's people that disagree with me. That's cool. It's okay to be wrong. I'm not mad at you for being wrong. Building a portfolio, if we're going to get into what the difference between position trading but primarily I want to talk about swing trading in this, okay? And we're going to do it on Zoom. And at the end, hopefully you can ask some questions too. We can get into some of that if I don't cover something that you think you should know. So if you're new, man, I mean, you can grab 10 years of experience in one day if that's what you want to do. Or you can just stay a dumbass. That's an option too. A lot of people are just dumb and they don't know much. Well, and that's an option too. You can do that. If you've seen the podcast I do over on Spotify and iTunes, I do a couple. One of them is for the MFG, Mastering the Trade, but then I do one called Science of Getting Rich, and it's mostly about mindset. And I think mindset is super important, right? There's 3 keys to a successful life: health, wealth, and mindset. If you've ever listened to Gerald White talks a lot about the 4 body, being, balance, and business, I think he calls it. That's basically the same thing, body, being, balance, and business, as health, wealth, and mindset. Pretty much everything falls into one of those 3. And at any given point in the time, you might be having a problem with one of those 3. Usually we are struggling with one of the 3. What swing trading can help you do, hopefully we're still here. Let's see the comments. What's up, Nick, man, Joseph, Daniel, Kate, Candace? What is up, man? Hope you guys are doing well. Let me get back here. Yeah, so hopefully you guys are doing well. Did I cover it all? Oh, building the portfolio, and that's kind of like, how many swing trades can you have open? Because you can have a portfolio. I mean, the other day I had 118 positions open, and like 16 of those were swing trades, meaning I had every intention to close them if things moved against me. And that's part of trading, is like when you get out of a trade and when you get in. And we're going to talk about the proper way to do paper trade. And I know a lot of you will disagree with me and say you don't need a paper trade. Well, again, it's okay if you're wrong, but you need to paper trade. And you guys that don't, you're just dumbasses. I'm just being right to the point. I'm just saying it right to you, man to person. You're fucking up. You are not that special, and you're probably not that good. Nobody comes in the stock market's good. As a trader, now as an investor, it's not that difficult. You just buy and hold. Stock market goes up is 70% of the time. Do you explain how to go about your day? I think knowing how to structure your day is important. No, man, I operate inside of the spirit world. There's no structure to my day. I just wake up and start trading. And I sit at the computer for 6.5 fucking hours. And while I'm doing that, I usually read. I walk around though. I execute. I'm going to show you my equipment that I use. We'll have pictures and stuff I can show you. I execute most of my trades on a large pad. And then I use 3 different pads, a laptop, and 2 monitors. You don't need all of that, but you just need a pad. And if we're swing trading, we can take that down to day trading. It's basically for me, it's exactly the same strategy. It's just the size of the trades and when you're closing them. That's where things get different. Hold on just a second. What's that? It's midnight. Sorry, man. Oh, where are we at? So position size, buying the bottoms, that's a big thing. Buying the bottom, figuring out how to do that. A lot of people, it's a big problem buying the bottoms, man. A lot of people struggle with that. How to tell something's a bottom. It's not that difficult, man, once you learn how to do it. And then, that's probably all we'll cover in that. And that's the basics of swing trading. But the whole, and that's different than buy and hold. And that's different than day trading. And that's different than position trading. Okay, swing trading is a special thing in and of itself, where you're trying to catch movement, right? So you're trying to ride the stage 2 or short the stage 4. That's it. That's all you're trying to do in a swing trade, is just catch the up, ride the down. In the buy and hold, I mean, those things really don't matter. Stocks are going to go up, they're going to go down. But if you can learn to swing trade, you're going to improve your returns on your buy and hold big time, because you're going to start to see how to what I call roll profits forward. Meaning, once you know how to value a stock, and you can say, okay, this stock is worth $60. That's not that complicated. It's very, very easy, actually. Once you know, and let's say you own a stock and it goes up and now it's trading at $70, $75. On a stage 3, you take your trading skills and you're going to trim it and you're going to roll that forward into something else. So being a good swing trader will help you drastically improve your ability to do buy and hold. And some people don't think about that. They don't think, well, I'm just a buy and holder. It's like, well, cool. If you get some skills and you apply it to your buy and hold, think about it. Buy and hold, you don't ever close it. So you never lose. You never lose because you weren't going to close it anyway. So it's a great thing, man. Especially at this hour. Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys too. Catch my podcast that I'm doing there on Spotify and iTunes on Science of Getting Rich. I did one, was it Tapes from the Street or some shit, where I'm just kind of walking you through my story and you don't have to die broke, and telling you kind of how I got into trading. And first thing I got into was swing trading. Swing trading was like my bread and butter. That's what I first got into. And then that led me into, doing day trading. That led me into doing buy and hold, man. I appreciate you guys too. But having that at your core, that ability, because listen, you don't need to watch the charts every day. When you're doing swing trading, it's on a day chart at the end of the fucking day. So when you get home from work is usually when I would check the charts. That we used to call that end of day trading, meaning you made your decisions at the end of the day. And today there's really no end of the day because the markets are kind of open all the time. But you can, you can begin to use that to. Everyone should have trades going. I mean, you should come home from work. One of the things you do is check your trades. Back to what my man said about a morning routine. I'm going to be honest. I don't think that does much for people, in my opinion. I think everyone does it different. Like, I'm up right now. It's 12:30. I'm going to record a podcast here in a minute. I got up at 1 o'clock this afternoon. I know what to say. So I'm going to stay up probably 2 or 3 in the morning, and then I'll get up late and I'll do my homework and get ready. And then on Monday, I'm just going to get up early to trade. And, I don't think there's anything special stretching just do what you need to do. If that's what helps you, yoga and quiet time and prep back. If that's what you need, I don't need that. I just wake up and I grab my phone, and I usually sleep with a pad or two near me, and I grab them and I turn on Barron's, I turn on CNBC and I start checking the charts, man. I don't need quiet time. I'm not a little bitch. I don't need time alone. Like, I don't need all that. I need to get the fuck to work because my eyes open. And I've just been that way my whole life. It's like, I'm up, so let's do this. The cool thing about trading is it's separate from your job. So it allows you to take your time and your talent and your treasure and put it to work when you're not there. So you're over here doing something and it's over here doing something. You know, and all of a sudden you got 10, 15, 20 of these going and you're over here, you know. And that's you can end up hopefully using that money. Maybe use that money to fund your IRAs. You guys that are self-employed, you know, you're self-employed, you're doing gig account, all this stuff, and you don't have IRAs, you don't have these. I mean, you're just fucking up, man. You're just being dumb. You know, you've got to have these things. You need to be sheltering money from the government. You know, you got to get up on taxes. You know, you need to spend time on this stuff, man. You know, and have a basic concept. If you don't have any money, you need to be doing your own taxes. You don't need a tax person until your taxes are complicated. And that means you've made a bunch of money. So if you don't have a bunch of money, there's no reason to have a tax person. It's a skill set you can learn. And so is swing trading and trading. Everybody on here can be good at trading. You just got to figure out your time frame. You know, when swing trading takes place, usually it's on a daily chart that we're using for direction. And then maybe you drop down to a 1 hour, maybe even if you're watching closely, you know, if you have that ability, if you're at a job where you can, and if you can watch closely, you might go from a 1 hour and drop down to say a 15-minute or 10-minute. There's really no reason to be on a, 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute. These are for day trading. There's no reason to watch it unless, because you can have completely different, the time continuity, the concept of time times amount times yield, but time is fractal, right? We talked about that. I think I did today on a different video, but time is fractal, man. 1 minute, there's 60 seconds in a minute. There's 60 minutes in an hour. It's 24 hours in a day. Well, the same in trading. There's a 1 minute, 5 minute, 10 minutes. All these different layers of time. And same in investing. You could buy one share, I buy 10. Another guy buys 100 or 1,000. So all this stuff is fractal, and you're never going to arrive. Whenever I'm a quote profitable trader, I don't know what the fuck that means. Because you can be great at trading and have unprofitable years. So you need to understand that. You really need to understand that being profitable doesn't necessarily mean you're a good trader. You could have gotten lucky. It's when you can do it over a long period of time, and not all strategies are going to be in flow at all times, So there is no arriving. There is no, when I'm this, you're it right now. You're as good as you're going to get right now. So every day of every moment, you're just you, the best you're going to be. So on Monday, I only have what I have. I can only do what I can do, and I can only work with what I have. And so if it's, money's not a thing, because you can still trade. You can learn to trade without money. You can execute trades. You can follow the charts. You can do all the research. The only thing you can't do is make money from trading without money. Do you get what I'm saying? And it's very similar to real estate. A lot of people want to do real estate, and they're not actually doing anything to do real estate. They're just kind of saying that. They're not walking properties. They're not looking at offers. They're not, writing letters and they're not going through the process of real estate. You only need money at the end if someone wants to sell you their deal. Finding the deals, researching the deals, walking the deals, none of that requires money. Same in trading. Finding good stocks to trade is free. There's no, you can just look, doing your homework. I know most of you won't do it. Probably half the money flow doesn't do it. The half that does it, they're just dumbasses. I don't know what to say. You're a fucking dumbass. You're just wasting your fucking time. You joined a group. I can help you. I can educate you. And then you're too fucking busy to just take 30 minutes out of your day to practice something and be good. It's just fucking lazy. It's all it is. And the truth is, most people, investments and things don't work because they're just fucking lazy. It's not because they're not smart enough. You have all the intelligence you need. You have a smartphone in your hand. You have everything you need. There's charts. You can do fractional shares. Everything you need is right there. It's just getting your lazy ass up and doing it consistently every fucking day. That is the hard part, man. That's if I have one skill in life, it's my ability to do the simple and the mundane over and over and over and over and over and over. And I'll do it over and over. Every Sunday since 2019, I've publicly posted my homework, which is page 35 of my newsletter, right? Every day since then. Let's pull it up, every day since then. And I would ask you, have you done it every day since you've been with me? Have you? I don't know. If you have, good. And if you haven't, why not? Why not? Why not? Why not be fucking great at it? What else are you going to do? Whack off? Like, what is it you're doing that you can't be great at this? Seriously, what in the fuck is going on in your life that you have decided I just can't be great at trading? I can't be great at these things. What in the fuck are you doing all day that's taking your time, that on Sunday, you have from Friday to Sunday, 72 fucking hours, and you can't somehow eke out a little time to set up your thing, to try to figure out which index is the strongest, which is and to do that thing. Seriously, what in the fuck are you doing that you're so fucking busy that you can't fucking do this? It pisses me off. Everyone that's been around me, if you're around me for like a year or 2 years, your net worth should double. You should become master trader. You should be killing it, man. And yet there's people that are not. And that's the people that they don't do their homework. You don't fucking see them in Discord. They're so fucking busy. I'm so busy doing my stupid job, Gerald. My dumb, stupid fucking job that'll fucking fire you and outsource you in a fucking second. They don't give a fuck about you. And yet people will use that as their fucking lazy ass excuse. It is up to you. You don't need motivation. You have to motivate yourself. You need inspiration. So what you need inspiration. And almost every Sunday night, I text people and I say, let me see your homework. And every one of these fuckers never have their homework. And it just is gross, man. It's gross. It's sad, really. It makes me sad. And I think, wow, imagine if you did. Imagine if you did. And then next week, and then next week, and then next week. And you did those trades and you checked the thing. 52 weeks in, all of a sudden, you have what's called experience. And you have what's called discipline and self-control. And you start to reprogram your mind, right? In both the 9 thoughts on getting rich and the 10 pillars of success both start with this concept of thinking. And that's kind of at the root. Everyone's heard this. Everyone knows it. It's like, he's going to say the thinking thing again. But it's true. And just listen to the way you talk. So you want to try to talk in forward speak. I'm trying to learn this. No, shut the fuck up. You're not trying. You're learning this. Okay. You're actually doing great. You're an amazing trader for just starting yesterday. Like, talk forward speak, man. And understand that, like, trading is simple, man. It's so simple. The hard part is getting you to do it. That's the hard part. And just finding your blueprint. When you're in your 30s, you're going to do what's called style drift. You can't help it. Age 30 to about 42, you're all dumb fucks. You think you're smart. You're not fucking smart. You don't know jack shit. You haven't lived long enough to know fuck nothing. There's nothing that old people don't already know, okay? You're not inventing anything. There's nothing special about you. You're just as dumb as the people before you. You do the same dumb shit your dad did. There's nothing unique. You're not a unicorn. You're just a person like everyone else. And so you're going to suffer from the exact same problems everyone else has. You're going to have problems in love. You're going to have problems at home. You're going to have money problems. You're going to have people in your family are going to die. It's going to fucking rain. You're going to get hurt. There's going to be car accidents. Same old shit, man. It's the same old shit over and over. It's how do you fucking respond to it? You know, market crashes. You mean people stop being my friend every time the market goes? Just dumb people, just dumb. It happens every time. Every time we have a big crash, I'll lose half the fucking Discord. They go away, and then it comes back. And then some of those people come back when the market's at the top. I mean, it's the same shit over and over and over. You know, look at some of these growth stocks at how far they fell. And I would get the same text from people just all the time, just whiny crybaby bitches, just constantly. And all you had to do was buy stage ones and you'd be fucking wealthy now. Like that's all you had to do. Just keep buying. But that's not swing trading. That's not what we're talking about here. But man, it's so easy. All this stuff is so easy. If you don't let life eat you. So you can't let life eat you. Okay, life problems. You got to be able to eat those and just keep on going, right? No matter what is going on with you, you got to be able to do that and trade on Tuesday. I mean, I don't give a fuck what you wake up to. You need to make sure you got your trades in. You know what I mean? You got to make that with yourself. You got to decide this is that important to me that I don't give a fuck what is going on. Every fucking thing will wait. And, you know, that's part of number 3, which is just restructuring your life. So for me, I just restructured everything around it. You know, it takes time to do that. It's not easy. You know, some of you guys are still trying to ask your girlfriend if it's okay or if you're a wife. And it's like, you have to restructure your life, man. So if you should do this with me on the 2nd, or it's the 1st, June 1st. We're going to start at 10 a.m., 10 Central Time. And I'm going to incorporate the 9 thoughts on getting rich and the 10 pillars of success in my book, You Don't Have to Die, Bro, in with this swing trading course. And we're just going to talk swing trading. Okay, that's it. And I don't give a fuck what you already know. I actually don't care because I don't want to debate you about it. I don't want to talk to you about it. If you already got some shit that you're doing and it works, go do that. But I'm going to teach you the money flow way of how I do it every day for 20-something years. I get up and do the money flow way. And that's how I got wealthy, man. It's just doing the same shit over and over and over. And that's the basics of a system. A system is a repeatable process. And in the one of the things we're going to do in the course or in the seminar, and check it out. If you don't have my books, like if you're new and you don't have my books, let's say you don't have them, I'll give you a ticket. Just go hit my bio link, and I got my course and book on sale. If you buy those, I'll give you a ticket to the thing in June. And read those fuckers. You got 2 weeks. You should have it down. You should have read it. Seriously, you should have read it. You should know it. There's no excuse. And then on 10 a.m. on June 1st, we'll start it and we'll do it and we'll go through it. And I don't know, it might take 4 hours. Maybe it takes 10. I don't know. Maybe I go for 2 fucking days. I don't know. We'll see how long it takes to get through it all. We went kind of through some of the chapters there about what we're going to trade, markets we're going to trade, position sizing, swing trade portfolio management, the indicators I use, banking profits, when to close a trade, what to trade. That's a big one. Building, we already said that. Buying tops and buying breakouts. So that's the basics. We'll get into the basics. We'll get into the 10 mistakes most traders make. We'll get into the 5 major errors. We're going to get in all these things, and you're still going to go mess them up. Even if I tell you don't do it, you're still going to do it. But what happens is if you hear it and then you do it, you're like, fuck, he was right. And then you're done having to learn it. You're not having to learn it the hard way over and over and over again. And, I still mess up. If you're in Discord with me, we day trade every day. And there were plenty of people in our Discord group this week that were profitable day trading with me on the TQQ, and I wasn't. All that means is I made a couple mistakes they didn't make. That's all it takes, man. A couple mistakes that I made, they didn't make. And, some people are day trading like I do on a 1-minute chart. Some people are doing it on a 5-minute. I mean, you can do it on a 10-minute if you want. Always funny to me, people say, well, I can't do it, but they look at their phone every 3 minutes. So But one thing we'll talk about too is doing the math. You got to do the math on these trades. A lot of times when you're trying to calculate a trade, what you first thing you want to do is how much do I want to lose? Well, you can only determine how much you're going to lose based on your account size. Okay, so you always start with what's the risk and how much am I going to lose? That's it. What's the account size and how much am I going to lose? And once you know your account size and you know how much you're willing to lose, because that's going to be determined by your account size. And let's say you say, well, I'm only willing to lose 1% of my account on this trade. Okay, well, if you have a $30,000 account, 1% would be what? $300. So once we set the trade up and we have an anchor point and we have a stop loss based on, we can back out the math. So we got to do the math. We can back it out and then we're going to know, boom, we're going to know how many shares you can buy. And then soon you're just going to do that fast. You don't even have to think about it, and then, but also it's like, what is it you're trading? That's super important. What's the beta of what you're trading? I mean, does it move twice what the S&P moves? Well, you need to take that into account when you're position sizing. You don't want to have a $300 stop if that stock moves like that in 10 minutes on a normal day. So you have to adjust this stuff based on what you're trading. And, we'll get into that. And, yeah, man, a lot of good stuff. So June 1st at 10 o'clock. Now, some of you will go on vacation. You'll be like, oh, I got to go on vacation, but you can't come to this. Oh, I can't make it on Saturday, Gerald. We're going to Acapulco. They'll make it to go spend money. It's hard for them to make it to learn how to make money. Hopefully that's not most of you. It'd be sad if it was. Take it, and you're like, oh, I'm working. Well, take the fucking day off. You do it for your cousin's dumb kid's birthday. You do it for your dumb fucking, all the dumb things you've taken. You call in sick, call in fucking sick. I don't care what you got to do. Make it happen. If you can't make it happen, fuck off. Seriously, make it happen. You make it happen for all kinds of dumb shit, to go on trips, to go see your sister, all the dumb things you find time to go do. You can find time on a Saturday. I know you got to go play golf. You got to go spoon with your boys at work, whatever dumb shit you're going to come up with. I really don't care. Just make it happen, man. When I first learned to trade, I did it and I had to go for 11 Saturdays. And if you missed one, you couldn't come anymore. You had to make 11, and my wife was so pissed because we had a baby too. And you had to go, man. That's how I learned to trade. There was no Zoom. There was no YouTube. You had to go in person. And that was 45 minutes away. And I did that for 11 consecutive Saturdays. And I was learning to trade futures. If that was the requirement, I don't believe for a second anybody here would do it. I really don't. Maybe a couple of you would, but most of you would not bother. But today it's just this. I mean, we're just clicking buttons. I mean, it's so easy. It's so easy to have charts and an account and do all this stuff. It's so easy. So on one hand, it makes it kind of easy to quit, but on the other hand, it makes it easy to access. And the good thing about that, somebody says, what are the keys to identify market rotation? Do your homework. If you go to right there where you said thepetersreport.com, go to page 35. You'll see my homework. I was hoping he'd play that song. If you go to page 35, you can see my homework. And on that page, man, if you learn how to read that, you can spot market rotations. Market rotations are not hard to spot. It's pretty easy, actually. But I mean, if you're killing it in swing trading, you're good. You don't need it. Then you don't need to. It's New Orleans, Saturday night in New Orleans. So if you live in the French Quarter like I do, trading helped me buy this place, by the way. This is the second home where I'm at in New Orleans, in the French Quarter. My main home's in Texas, and then I have one in Florida. And I set up and I trade everywhere I go. And all these fucking pads and monitors, I just take it with me. Writing, whatever I'm doing, I just take it with me. Right now I'm working. Saturday night, it's 1:00 in the morning. I'm working. And then when I got to go record some shit, and we're working on the course for this seminar. I'm working on that. I only got so many days, right? Because I got to do all my other shit like normal. And I'll end with that. You got to find a way to leverage yourself. Like right here, what I'm doing, this is a way to leverage myself, right? Teaching, selling books, is I can go live. I could podcast. I can create emails. I can create newsletters, right? These are things that I can use so that when I'm asleep, somebody in Arizona who works night shift, who's getting off work, when I'm going to bed, he can listen to this. He can watch this. He can go to YouTube, or he can, maybe he lives in one of my rental properties. And so he works all night, he works all month to then give me money. And that's my way of leveraging. So I can take my time, talent, dividends. One of the things you should do, and almost nobody knows, when I say how much are in dividends are you getting next week? Almost all of you have no idea. I know every Sunday, because what you think about comes about, what you focus on grow. The reason you're not getting a lot of dividends is you're not thinking about dividends. So if you start thinking about dividends and you start looking and you go, hey, how much am I getting this week? And the answer is none. Well, all you got to do to fix that is go boop, boop, boop. Now you're getting dividends. Literally that simple. And then you start to grow it. And if you have these trading skills, you'll know when to buy and when to add at the right time. And you'll just begin to grow that passive income. Anybody can start growing passive income. You just got to start chunking off money to it. And what trading can allow you to do is to make some vast money, then take the profits and push it in the motherfucking dividends. And then now what if you learn how to leverage that shit and use margin on dividends? I mean, guys, you could easily create 2,000-3,000 in passive income with dividends easily in 12 to 18 months. Easily. Anyone who wants to do that could easily create 2,000 to 3,000 in dividends with the closed-end funds, with these yield max funds, easily. Okay. So if in 18 months you don't have that, you're just fucking lazy. You just don't want to do it. It's easy. It's just easy. It's just clicks. It's easy. And now if you have skills like trading, swing trading, it gets even better because you'll trim some, add to some, and do what I call rolling profits forward. And we'll talk about that on the seminar June 1st, is how to manage a portfolio of swing trades. But that translates to also buy and holds and position trades, man. But it all starts with the mind. You can be more, have more, and do more than you have right now. I promise you. You really can, man. And I'm gonna end there. Hopefully you're doing good, man. And if you don't have any of my stuff, hit the bio link, jump in. If you get that one we have on sale, I'll give you a free ticket to the thing would you ever do a long-term strategy seminar? Yeah, well, I feel like I do it every day in Discord. I don't know why I keep saying bad connection. Yeah, there is no link to our Discord, man. You just have to ask. No, you can't just come into the Discord. I don't fucking know you. So you got to go through our books and stuff. YouTube, I love you guys, man. I'll be back. I'll save this for anybody who wants to watch. You said page 35 of the market report for identifying market rotations. How do I find this? Look next to my name here, bro. It says thepetersreport.com. Just go there. Go to thepetersreport.com, man. And then get signed up on our emails. It's free. I don't know what's going on with my internet here. Appreciate you, YouTube, man. I'll holler at you guys. Oh, hold on a second. Let me pull this back up. Looks like Instagram's not wanting to work, man. I appreciate you guys, man.